I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to go into the accounts, and we've got hairdressers Chorley lead gen. Okay, I'm going to go to blog posts, and I just want to create the blogs manually. Okay, overblog, strikingly, degu, etc. So I'll click select all websites, and I'll click create accounts automatically. Okay, and the reason for doing that is you can see it's giving me the option to add my own subdomain, my own blog title, and my own blog description. So I've already spun some text. In case any of you guys are not sure what spinning is, I'll just open up a notepad file and I'll just put this in here. I'll make this font much bigger so you can see it. Basically, this is called syntax. Whoops, that's a little bit too big. Syntax is super easy. Okay, all syntax is 3 different symbols. Okay, the first symbol is a curly bracket, an open curly bracket. That means choose. Okay, and then you can put something in there. So I'll say that would basically tell the software choose A. And then there's a pipe separator symbol, which is a long thin line like that. And that means or. Okay, so this is just basically saying choose A or B. Okay, and I can put as many things as I like in here as long as it's separated by this pipe, and at the end it's finished with a close. Okay, so this would tell the software when it reads this line, it can choose A or B or C or D or E. Okay, that's basically syntax. So why this is good is I could say I went to the park. Okay, and I could change this now to tell the software don't always choose park, sometimes choose cinema, or sometimes choose movie. Okay, I went to, and I could change this to, instead of saying I went to, I could say I played at, I visited. Okay, and I could also change this from I to me and my friend, or we. Okay, so I took one little sentence there, and just by adding some syntax, we've just created a whole lot of different versions that this could potentially be. When the software generates that sentence, it could choose I went to the park, it could choose me and my friend went to the park, it could choose we went to the park, it could choose we played at. Okay, and just so you know how many variations there are here, okay, we've got 3 different options in the first one, 3 different options in the second one, and 3 different options in the third one. Multiply those together, there's 27 different variations of that title. Okay, look how quick that was, rather than me trying to manually create 27 different versions of that. The syntax is super good, and that's what Ranksnap uses, so that every time it goes to a new website, it can generate a unique version of our article. We don't have to say, okay, we're posting to 10 different blogs, therefore we need 10 different articles. We can take one article, add some syntax to it, and then it will post a unique article each time. So subdomain, when we're creating these accounts, the first thing here is the subdomain is what I showed you at the top. It's this part here, hairdresser in Chorley.strikingly. So I told the software I want it to create hair salon, hair salons, hairdresser, hairdressers, or hairdressing. That's got my keywords in it, in, around, about, or within, and then finally Chorley. Okay, so it could generate any one of those. I would be happy if my next blog was hairdressers around Chorley, or hairdressing within Chorley. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. You definitely want to get the keywords that you're trying to rank for in this first part of the URL when you're doing SEO. You want these blogs to be super related. So the next thing is the blog title. You're going to want the blog title that you're creating to include the keywords that you want to rank for. So my blog title is Hairdressers Chorley. I could change this a little bit maybe. Again, spin it. You don't want them all to be exactly the same. So I could say hairdressers or hairdressing, same thing. and then we can say Chorley, that's fine. Or I might spin that to say Chorley or Chorley, Lancashire. Okay, that's perfect. We've got 4 different variations there. And then the blog description, I already spun something the last time I ran this, but just to show you what that says, this says, number 1, best or top hairdressing company, salon or studio in Chorley. Okay, and again, if I just want to make this so that we get twice as many variations, I just need to change that to say hair, we could just say hair. Okay, so now it could be top hair company in Chorley or best hairdressing salon, number 1 hair studio. Okay, perfect. So we'll add that, and then I can click yes, start. This software is now going to go off and it's going to create all of those accounts for me. It's a really, really simple process. As I said to you before, all it's going to do is go to overblog.com and it's going to register. So let me just manually go there and show you what the tool is going to be doing in the background. If I go to Overblog, okay, just so you can see there really is no wizardry here. Right. So let me just quickly change this to English so I can understand what it says. Just bear with me 1 second. So this tool is going to come here, and you can see at the top it says create my blog. The great news is it took me a couple of seconds to find create my blog, but the tool will find it instantaneously. Okay, so enter your email. The software is going to create a random email for us. Choose the password, the software will do that, and then choose the address of your blog. It's going to pick some of that text that I told it to, where it's going to be either hair salon or hairdresser or whatever. It will just post that in there, and then it will click create my overblog. Okay, I didn't have to come here and do that, and I won't have to go to Strikingly and do that, or Digo and do that, Jigsy and do that, because this software is just going off and doing that all for me right now. Okay, so this is, in my opinion, flipping amazing. It's really, really cool. It's just saving me such a lot of time. So once that all gets done, these accounts are in the queue. It's probably going to take a little while to do that. I might come back in an hour or so, or half an hour, and just check to make sure that they're all created properly. But once those are created, what I can then do is go into campaigns. And then, so that first part that we did was creating the accounts. I don't need to create the accounts for everything because I can tell the software to create some of the accounts. But definitely when it comes to the blogs, I want to create those manually. I was waiting for an answer, but it's all right. Yeah. Next week, when we add the subdomain to the campaign, it should be much easier. But anyway, for now, in case you guys just want to follow this so long as I'm doing it, I'll just show you this now. The campaign I'm going to set up is just going to be a simple one of blogs and bookmarks. So I've created the blog posts, and I'm also just going to tell the software to create these bookmarks. So I'll just click create accounts automatically. I didn't need to add any additional information to this. I'll just click yes, start. And again, the software in the background is just going to go along and it's going to sign up to Scoopit, BitDo, Digo, Fault, and all of these places for me. Okay, nice and simple.